Hi everyone, let's begin MANOVA. And here it is in Jamovi. You can see here, this one is the one-way ANOVA we have done. ANOVA we have finished. Repeated measures of ANOVA we have done. ANCOVA we have done. And there is the MANCOVA. And in the same MANCOVA we have to perform. It's not like that. MANOVA and MANCOVA, there are two options. So there is only ANOVA and ANCOVA. And MANCOVA we have to perform this MANOVA analysis. So first of all, we would understand what do you mean by MANOVA. So here is MANOVA means multivariate analysis of variance. MANOVA means multivariate analysis of variance means when more than one variable. And here is if we are using analysis of variance, it is known as only ANOVA. So when once we would add this term multivariate, that will become MANOVA. MANOVA is an extension of the univariate analysis of variance, ANOVA, and as well as MANOVA essentially tests whether or not the independent grouping variable simultaneously explains a statistical significant amount of the variance in the dependent variable. So we will check this interaction effect during this performance, whether these two independent variables together, how they are influencing dependent variable and up to what extent they are explaining. So MANOVA, first of all, we would understand kinds of MANOVA. There are two kinds of MANOVA, one-way MANOVA and two-way MANOVA. One-way MANOVA means one independent variable factor and two dependent variable, right? Because these kind of situations we cannot analyze in ANOVA. There is two dependent variable. In that case, only one dependent variable. And here is two dependent variables. And there is the one independent variable, that is one-way MANOVA. When we are talking about two-way MANOVA means both side two. So there is one or two or more than independent variable, that is known as two-way MANOVA. And two independent variables, right? So this is two-way. And here it is some assumptions. Before starting any test, we must clear our assumptions. So assumptions are DVs are at interval or ratio scale. That is always we are measuring at the continuous scale. IVs would be categorical. Independent variables would be categorical, right? Homogeneity of variance, covariance will be tested by box M test of equality of covariance. That would be P value should be greater than 0.05. Then only we can say, right, there's the homogeneity of variance. We are not violating. So here it is, we will check, and no multicularity issue should be there. So here is my problem statement is to know interaction effect of section and senior and junior level on marks, quiz marks. So I had made a null hypothesis, no significant interaction effect of sections and senior junior level taken together on Q1, Q2 and Q3 marks. Because in my case, only those two quiz 1 and quiz 2 marks are there. So there is no quiz 3 marks. So we would remove this Q3 marks, right? Alternate hypothesis, yes, there is a significant, right, there is, this one is said no significant interaction effect, but we would say, yes, significant interaction effect of sections and senior junior levels when taken together, quiz 1 and quiz 2 marks. So let me open my Jamovi and I just want to show what is my data type. Let me browse this, and this one is my MANOVA 2, and we will open this, and this file is now open. And in my data set, quiz 1 marks, quiz 2 marks. There are two categories of quiz marks. And because these are my two dependent variables, and section, there are three sections, A section, B section, and C section, three categories of these sections. And senior, junior, there are two levels. These are my two independent variables. So let me start ANOVA, and we will go to MANCOVA. And these quiz 1 and quiz 2. Before starting this, let me just a moment, descriptives also we have to check. And descriptives for only continuous variable. So these are my descriptives. Total number of entries in quiz 1, 112, and quiz 2, 112, missing value 0, mean value and median and all these things, you can check it here. And now what we have to do, simply we have to go for MANCOVA and quiz 1 and quiz 2. These are my two dependent variables. Section and senior junior is my These are my categorical factors, right? So easily you can see which one is the p-value, or in all the cases, multivariate test sections. Section wise, if we would say this one is the 0.0461, right? All these are below, that is above 0.05. Same with the senior and junior section, that all are above 0.05, and interaction effect also above 0.05. And box test, that is homogeneity test, I said earlier also, box homogeneity of covariance matrix test, we can check it, and p-value 0.356. And we said earlier, this value should be greater than 0.05, then only we can say there is the right, there not variation, right, in the variables. So this one is the our test, and we will discuss in my next video when I would add one covariate here. Covariate would be like this, like your age, gender, right? Any covariate I would incorporate, and after that we have to run any covariate we have to take into our consideration. Then it would be calling it MANCOVA. But in Jamovi there is no option is available of MANOVA. There is the MANOVA we can test only in this particular MANCOVA. So I hope this video would be helpful to you. Stay tuned and keep watching.